Democrats, meanwhile, are lobbying, and they're talking about new attacks at the White House. Their target isn't necessarily President Trump.
Yeah, we are talking with Doug Luzader this morning as attention turns to tech mogul Elon Musk. And Doug, Musk is facing more criticism for his efforts to radically change and downsize the federal government. What are Democrats saying?
Well, I think it's fair to say Democrats are still trying to find their footing here after the election. They're certainly not sparing in their criticism of President Trump, but there's also some polling indicating that he enjoys majority support, the kind of support that he really didn't see during his first term. So they're really turning their attention now to Elon Musk, who is the point person in all of these cost-cutting efforts. And I think to some degree they're trying to drive a wedge between Trump and Musk, referring to Musk as President Musk and so on. But there are these legal questions about whether the president has the authority to make the kind of cuts he's talking about. And of course, as you know, this is all being held up in a number of court battles.
Yeah, and let's just talk about the fact that, you know, they did have that press conference yesterday that seemed very unlike anything we had seen before, the two of them, the president and Elon Musk. But then you get right back onto the agenda for today. What is on the agenda for today?
Well, we have another press conference at the White House today, so we'll get perhaps some more clarification on that, the hostage deal that was just announced yesterday, as well as where everything is going in terms of these court battles and whether the president will follow the courts on this. You know, a lot of these are probably headed to the Supreme Court ultimately, but yeah, what a bizarre moment that was in the Oval Office yesterday as we were watching President Trump sitting there fielding questions. Nothing new about that, but then Elon Musk standing next to him also fielding questions, and then Elon Musk's son kind of running around there. It was a strange scene, but I guess it gave us some insight into the kinds of cuts that they're talking about.
And the kind of access that Elon Musk has to the president. Yeah. Doug, you mentioned the prisoner exchange here. Now, the Kremlin is saying that a Russian national has been released in exchange for the American. How much do we know, if anything, about that person, and any insight into what this whole swap indicates about U.S. relations with Russia and perhaps more exchanges on the way?
Yeah, we don't know exactly what the terms of this deal were. The president was asked about this last night. He didn't get into any specifics, only saying that it was a good deal. But there is this question of what we had to give up in order to get Fogel home. As far as the additional person that's expected to be released, this is something the State Department is talking about. They say they're at kind of a tenuous moment right now. They won't release any details as to who this individual is, but we do expect some kind of an announcement later today.
Okay, Doug Luzader there in Washington. We appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.